And welcome to Game 2 of our doubleheader between Swarthmore and McDaniel. Swarthmore winning Game 1 3-2 in exciting fashion. We'll talk about that as we get on. Meg Ozawa, the pitcher for Swarthmore, coming into the day with 101 career strikeouts. And the leadoff batter, Bella Sylvester, takes a walk. We're just getting the lineup, so we're trying to get everything together here. Kylie Sears to the plate. Sears, the second baseman. Gwen Glatz, the winning pitcher, is now playing third base in Game 2. What a Game 1 it was for her. Count is 1-1 now to Kylie Sears. Bunt. And a nice throw that time by Cassidy Chung, the catcher. But the sacrifice is successful. Megan Horsey, the catcher, now at the plate. Fouled off, and Ozawa gets ahead 1-2. Horsey was 0 for 3 in game number 1. She's now batting .272. For Swarthmore, and it's Myra Strayer in left, Sam Hastings in center, Kate Hart in right, Cassidy Chung, your catcher, Grace Taylor at first, Laura Harai at second, Alex Simon at short, and Gwen Glatz, your third baseman. Two and two the count. Ozawa coming in is just one of the dominant pitchers in Division III. 12-1 with a minuscule 1.24 ERA, and she gets her for the strikeout. That is strikeout number 78 on the season for Ozawa, and 102 in her career. Evie Craig at the plate, the designated player. Craig hitting .397. Ozawa makes the play over to Taylor at first. So after the leadoff walk, Ozawa got him down in order from there. No runs as we go into the bottom of the first inning. And now we'll get to the order for Swarthmore. It'll be Maya Estrella leading off and playing left field. Laura Harai batting second and playing second. The player with the game-winning hit in Game 1, Alex Simon, is your shortstop hitting third. Gwen Glatz is your cleanup hitter playing third base. Batting fifth, your designated player, Olivia McClammy. Hitting sixth, right fielder Kate Hart. Batting seventh, Sam Hastings, the center fielder. Hitting eighth is Grace Taylor playing first base. And batting ninth is Cassidy Chung, your catcher. Pitching is Hannah Costa. Now, Costa came in Game 1, and she actually got the loss. She pitched 2 innings in that game. Maya Estrella, base hit as she comes in with a .438 average, and that'll improve from there as she leads off with a single. Laura Harai, the second baseman now, really was the unsung hero as she takes that pitch for a ball. Harai got on base in the 7th inning. It's a tied game on a fielder's choice. Then no one's looking, and she ran to second base, and that proved to be the difference. There she lays the bunt. Costa gets to it quickly. So technically, give her a sacrifice. On that. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Alex Simon. Simon hitting .414. The game-winning RBI in Game 1 was her 28th of the season. Takes that pitch for a strike. 1-1 the count. Ball 2, 2-1. Both teams using just about the same lineups. There are a few changes. That ball's hit the right field, and it's missed that time by Rager. Coming in to score is Estrella as Simon gets to third base. Oh, they're scoring at a triple on that. So Swarthmore takes a 1-0 lead on the RBI triple. by Alex Simon as she remains hot at the plate as Gwen Glatz, the winning pitcher in Game 1, steps up. Not only did Gwen win the game, but she also got her 100th career hit, an RBI single, and that tied the score at 2. Inside for a ball. Outside for a ball. Gwen is batting .493. One home run. At RBI in Game 1, RBI number 26. Popped up out of play. On Senior Day, Glatz and Laura Harai, the two seniors that were introduced before Game 1, jammed her that time. Pop-up Sylvester right there for the second out. Olivia McClamiel hitting .450. 5 homers, 30 RBI. Pop up Sylvester there trying to make it. Oh, and she can't make the catch. So McClammy gets a second life on that. High for a ball. 1-1. Joe Kupka, the umpire behind the plate. Kevin Terry on the bases. Outside. 2-1. McClammy 1 for 3 in Game 1. That one just missed. 3-1. Simon, the runner at third. 1 run in, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And that's a walk. Ball 4. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Kate Hart, who is now hitting .309. Takes that pitch low for a ball. Kate with 11 extra base hits, 9 of them doubles. In fact, she and Gwen Glatz share the team lead in doubles with 9. There's a strike down the middle. 1-1. Hannah Costa entered today having pitched 57 1/3 innings, including 2 in Game 1. 5-3 on the year. Entered today with a 2.66 ERA. There's a shot to left center field, but Tyler right there making the catch for the third out. But 1 run that inning on 2 hits. The big one, the RBI triple by Alex Simon, and 2 left on base. We're through 1, and it's Swarthmore 1 and McDaniel nothing. Now that we get a little more time, Megozawa entered today 12-1 with a 1.24 ERA. This is her 16th appearance, her 14th start. She's pitched 7 complete games. Coming in, she had thrown 67 2/3 innings, had struck out 77, walked 25, and opponents were batting just .151 against her. So in the top of the second, it's Michaela Calamita leading things off. Hannah Costa, and then it'll be Peyton Hazelton. That one's foul. Calamita was 1 for 3 with a run scored in the first game. Two and 1 to count. Grounder to Glatz, bobbles at that time, and Calamita will be the base runner. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Hannah Costa. Takes up first pitch for a ball. Swings and misses for strike 1. According to the statistics, this is Costa's first at bat. It's not shown on. Tries to bunt that time, and making a nice play is Grace Taylor over to Harai covering. So sacrifice successful that time, and that'll bring up Peyton Hazelton. She was a big hitting hero, as that ball is a strike, but it goes through. So the runner Calamita advancing to third on a wild pitch. Hazelton had a 2-run single in the 4th in game number 1, and that gave McDaniel a 2-0 lead. Swarthmore entered today first place in the Centennial Conference, Swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout for Meg Ozawa. And that'll bring up Hannah Rager, the right fielder. Fouls off. Rager was 0 for 3 in game 1. Grounder to Harai. Makes the play over the first for the third out. So no runs, no hits. 1 left on base. Heading into the bottom of the second, and it's Swarthmore 1 and McDaniel nothing. As we said, the Centennial Conference, the season is coming to a close pretty soon. The top 4 teams will make the playoffs. Swarthmore entered today 9-1. Now the Garnet are 10-1 and in first place. Washington College was 1 game behind at 8-2. McDaniel entered the day in third place. The Green Terrors still 7-4 and very much in the running for one of the 4 playoff spots. So for Swarthmore, it'll be Sam Hastings, Grace Taylor, and Cassidy Chung, the bottom of the order here in the bottom of the second inning. Hastings grounds it right to Costa. Over the first. 1 pitch, 1 out. This is Grace Taylor making just her second start of the season. 2 hits and 12 at-bats on the year. Emily Bertrand, who has played a lot of first base this year for the Garnet, getting the second game off. Although I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her at some point. Taylor lofts it into left field for a base hit, her third of the season. And she's a 1-out base runner. Now comes Cassidy Chung, who had an outstanding first game, not only doing yeoman job behind the plate, but also she was 2 for 3. Takes that first pitch for a ball. You get your number 9 hitter going 2 for 3. That's a pretty good sign. Low for a ball, snap throw that goes wide, but not far enough for Taylor to advance. Grace has not attempted a stolen base this season. Right down the middle for strike 1. 2-1 to count to Cassidy Chung. Jam that time, foul. Chung raised her average over 30 points with those 2 hits in game 1. There's another hit. Her first of the game, obviously, but third of the day. So the number 8 and number 9 hitters in the lineup both got 1-out singles. Estrella singled and scored the game's lone run her first time up. Takes that first pitch for a strike. She's now batting .445 on the season. Takes that for strike 2. An RBI she had on a ground out in game 1 was RBI number 17. And strikes her out with some heat that had a rising fastball. And that is Hannah Costa's first strikeout of the game. Laura Harai, who sacrificed her first time up. Again, Sylvester at third playing in, knowing that Harai could drop one or have one of those short slap hits. Tell you what, the infield defense, Sylvester at third, Calamita at short, Sears at second, outside for a ball, and Hazelden at first has been very, very impressive for McDaniel. There's a strike. 2-1. Off the fists. Strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Taylor at third, Cassidy Chung at first. Just missed, and there goes Chung to second, and coming in is Taylor, and she's safe on the double steal. How about that? Coach Melissa Findlay pulling out all the stops. It's now 2-0. And a called third strike. But 1 run on 2 hits. And 1 left on base. We're through 2. And it is Swarthmore 2-0. Over the Green Terror. As we said, McDaniel has played a very tough schedule. So the 14-18 record is really not indicative. But also the Green Terror, in losing game 1, now have a 7-game losing streak. Swarthmore, meanwhile, has won 5 in a row altogether, but 6 in a row in Centennial Conference play. So it'll be Maddie Whalen in the top of the order, Bella Sylvester and Kylie Sears here in the top of the third for the Green Terror. A lot of enthusiasm on that McDaniel bench. I'll tell you, Whalen took a good cut at that. Whalen, foul. Whalen entered the game 2 hitting .264. Has 3 extra base hits, and all 3 of them are home runs. Senior from Sterling High School in Summerdale, New Jersey. 2-2 the count. Got her on the fist that time, but nice job by Whalen fighting off a very tough pitch. Whalen with 9 RBI, but what's really been impressive is she's got a great eye at the plate. She has walked 16 times and takes that close pitch for ball 3, and we have a full count. Grounder Harai makes the play over to Taylor for out number 1.
At bat, Bella Sylvester.
Third baseman Bella Sylvester, who is just a tremendous two-way player. We've seen her defensively, and she's now hitting .397. There's a bunt. She's going to get on with her speed. No way. They get her. That actually made it closer than it looked, but I'll tell you, Sylvester really got down the line for the base hit.
At bat, Kylie Sears.
That'll bring up Kylie Sears, who sacrificed her first time up. Sears also very strong defensively. Nice job by Chung back there, making that stop. Sears now batting .265. Glatz over the second for the force. They won't get it. They won't get 2 that time. Ball didn't go far enough away for the runner to advance.
At bat, Megan Horsey.
So with 2 outs, the catcher Megan Horsey at the plate. Foul. Horsey now hitting .269. Horsey with 4 extra base hits this season, all doubles. Fouls it again, and Ozawa ahead of the count 0-2. Meg has only allowed 5 extra base hits this season, 4 doubles and a triple. Horsey hanging in there tough, 0-2. Again, another outstanding block that time by Cassidy Chung. And we talked about Chung, who had 2 hits the first game, 1 hit this game, and her bat's coming alive. The defense has been there all the time. That's low for ball 2. Full count. Kylie Sears, the runner at first. Two down here in the third. Pop up. Simon called for it right away and made the catch. So no runs. One hit and 1 left on base. Middle third, it's 2-0 Swarthmore. It's interesting because after this, Swarthmore just has 4 Centennial Conference games left. Doubleheader Tuesday, and we'll be here Tuesday for that one against Haverford. And then on April 30th, it's a doubleheader at Dickinson. Again, the top 4 teams will make the Centennial Conference playoffs. First 2 seeds will host the first round games. The number 1 seed will host the games after that. Should be an outstanding tournament. Again, coming into today, Swarthmore 9-1 now 10-1. Washington College 8-2. McDaniel now 7-4. And there's Simon with a shot to left field, but right there making the play is Angelina Tyler for the first out. I'll tell you what, even Simon's outs are impressive, aren't they? Of course, she had that RBI triple in the first inning to get the Garnet on the scoreboard. Gwen Glatz, the third baseman. Gwen popped up to Sylvester at third base her first time up. As we said, in game number 1, getting hit number 100. Goes the other way, but right there is Hannah Rager, and she makes the catch for the second out. So Olivia McClammy at the plate. She walked her first time up, batting a robust .450. Well, that one hits the inside corner for strike one. McClammy entered game one with an unworldly .807 slugging percentage. And that pitch we saw, she gets a lot of pitches that way. She has a good eye at the plate. And there's a base hit to left field. So McClammy is a two-out base runner here in the bottom of the third inning.
At bat, Kate Hart.
Kate Hart lined out to Angelina Tyler in left field her first time up. It's interesting, but the last couple of hitters, again, I don't know if that's by design or not, but they've gone the other way with the pitches. That one was way foul. Hannah Rager, the right fielder, not playing that far off the line. There's a big gap between right and center. That's where the big gap is. As there's a strike for strike two. 0-2. And again goes the other way, and there's a base hit. McClammy wanted to make sure that didn't hit her. Held up momentarily. I don't know if Swarthmore has found something here, but these right-handed hitters, a couple of them are going the other way. And that'll bring up Sam Hastings, who grounded out to Costa her first time up. Hastings has been stellar defensively. In fact, this whole team has been good defensively. There's a strike on the inside corner. Hastings now hitting .253. And she goes the other way, but right there is Rager making the catch. That was really well hit. So no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on base. Through 3, it's Swarthmore 2. And McDaniel nothing. Ozawa has been very efficient so far as we enter the top of the 4th inning. She's only made 28 pitches. 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. So the designated player, Evie Craig at the plate. It'll be Craig as their strike one. Calamita and Costa here in the top of the fourth inning for the Green Terrors. Just missed. I think Ozawa thought she had that one. That one's low. 2-1. Craig grounded out to Ozawa in her first time up. Pop up out of play. Craig now batting .393. Oh, took something off, and she almost got her to go. Wow, that showed some good plate discipline there. That is a very tough pitch to lay off. And she fouled off another tough pitch to stay alive and keep the count full. Craig with 21 RBI in this season. I'll tell you what, she is not getting cheated. Her hacks at the plate. She's getting some really good swings on the ball. Pop up. Meg has it, makes the catch.
At bat, Michaela Calamita.
That'll bring up Michaela Calamita, who reached base on an error her first time up. We've seen her at shortstop, just outstanding job. She's also now batting .384. Pop up. Taylor makes the catch for out number 2. Hannah Costa at the plate. She sacrificed her first time up. Costa, freshman from Bayville, New Jersey. Harai with the backhand makes the throw to Taylor for the out. Laura Harai on senior day has put on a show here. We talked about how she basically stole the winning run when she got on first base. Nobody was covering second, and she just ran there and then came in on the game-winning RBI single by Simon. So, and she's made several tremendous defensive plays. So Hannah Costa entering her 4th inning of action, but not fourth inning on the day because she pitched 2 innings. In game 1. So far this game, she has allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and has made 50 pitches. And making the play that time is Sylvester on Grace Taylor, leading things off.
At bat for the Garnet, Cassidy Chung.
Cassidy Chung at the plate. Pop up, Sylvester makes the play for out number 2.
At bat for the Garnet, Maya Estrella.
Maya Estrella at the plate. Takes that pitch for a strike. Maya's 1 for 2. Led off the game with a single and came around to score on Simon's RBI triple. Struck out her last time up. Pop up center field. Whalen right there. 3 up and 3 down. So no runs, hits, nobody left on base. Through 4 innings, and just as we saw in game 1, this has been a pretty good pitcher's duel. Meg has allowed just 1 hit with 2 strikeouts and no walks so far. 39 pitches through 4 innings. That is efficiency at its best. And I'll tell you, one reason people are so optimistic about Swarthmore's chances, not only because the Garnet are in first place, but you've double headers, and you have Gwen Glatz and Meg Ozawa pitching. That's a pretty good twosome. So it'll be bottom of the order, Peyton Hazelden, Hannah Rager, and Maddie Whalen. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Hazelden struck out her first time up. So we've mentioned, had the big 2-run single that gave McDaniel a 2-0 lead in game number 1. That's some pretty good heat coming in there by Ozawa. Oh, just missed. I think there was a collective groan from the Swarthmore fans on that one as well. 1-2 to Hazelton. I don't know why she's looking like she's going to bump with 2 strikes there. And there's strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout for Meg Ozawa. And that'll bring up Hannah Rager. Rager grounded out the Harai at second base her first time up. That one just missed. Jam that time. Ozawa doing a great job turning around and getting it. Taylor with the scoop. But they're calling her safe. First base umpire Kevin Terry making the call. And they're scoring that a hit. An infield base hit. So they'll bring up Maddie Whalen, who grounded out to Harai at second base, her first time up. There's a strike. Nice job by Rager, really hustling down that line as well. Swings of one that, again, pitch like that is so hard to lay off because it's got such great late movement, but that's out of the strike zone. You're going to have a real tough time making contact with that pitch. Ozawa ahead 0-2. Pop up, Taylor makes the catch in foul territory for the second out. Bella Sylvester. He's been on base twice with a walk and a base hit. Going to second is Rager. Oh, and she is out. That was a BB that Cassidy Chung threw down there. I'll tell you what, Rager had a great jump on that ball, and Chung just threw a dart. We've talked about her defense all season, and that was just another example of that. So now as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, it is 2-0. The Garnet. We've seen some outstanding pitching, and again, that's not surprising, especially since these are teams that look like headed to the playoffs. So it'll be Laura Harai, Alex Simon, and Gwen Glatz here for the Garnet in the bottom of the fifth. Heather Costa, in her first 4 innings, has allowed 6 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and has thrown 54 pitches. There's a shot over shortstop for a base hit. Laura Harai's a leadoff base runner. And remember, Harai is an excellent base runner. She is 11 for 11 on stolen base attempts. Alex Simon now at the plate. Just high for ball 1. Strike. Ball 1. Simon 1 for 2 with an RBI triple in the first. There's Harai. And she's out of there. What a throw by Megan Hosey that time, because Harai got an excellent jump. Wow, we're seeing some defense by these catchers today, aren't we? That was an outstanding throw by Hosey. There's a strike. Simon with the game-winning RBI in the first game. The RBI here in game 2, number 29 this season. Got way ahead of that one. That had Melissa Finley ducking as coaching at third base there. That's high. Counts full. McDaniel has a very tough road coming up. Tuesday, a doubleheader against Washington College, which we mentioned, entered today 8-2, one game behind Swarthmore for the lead in the Centennial Conference. Of course, Washington College and Swarthmore split a doubleheader here. Washington College winning 2-1. Swarthmore coming back 6. There's a pop-up. And Hazelton makes the catch. Gwen Glatz, who's 0 for 2. That's strike one. Gwen is now batting .482. Just missed, 1-1. So we said she got career hit number 100 in game number 1. And that was her 26th RBI out the right field. Rager puts it away for the third out. So no runs a hit and nobody left on base. Both teams with an impressive pitching performance here. Through 5, it's Swarthmore, 2-0 over McDaniel. Ozawa has been very efficient in this game. In 5 innings, she's allowed just 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks. That's always a key with efficient pitching. And through 5 innings, she has made just 48 pitches. So it'll be the top of the order, Sylvester, Sears, and Horsey here in the top of the 6th for the Green Terror. Sylvester's been on base twice with a walk and a bunt base hit. Fouls that out of play. She is now batting .404. Just a freshman from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Cherry Hill West High School. Swings at one out of the strike zone. Taylor calling for it near the fence. Makes the catch. That was not an easy play. She had the fence to fight and not a lot of room. What a catch by Grace Taylor. Kylie Sears at the plate. Did she commit? Nope. First place umpire Kevin Terry says she did not go. Sears has walked 5 times this season. Typical number 2 hitter in the order with, good back control. It takes one the other way. Estrella turned around but makes the catch. Maya originally did not have a good beat on that ball. Made the adjustment and was able to make the catch for out number 2. Here's Megan Horsey, who is 0 for 2. Popped up to Simon. It's shorter last time up. And as we said, last inning threw just an absolute seed to second base to get Laura Harai, who had been 11 for 11 on stolen bases. That's one of the more impressive throws you're going to see. Inside, ball 3. And she was taken all the way there. Tries to go the other way, and it's fouled, and the count's now full. And ball 4.
At bat, Evie Craig.
So Evie Craig, who's 0 for 2 on the day, popped up to Ozawa her last time up. Also grounded out to Ozawa her first appearance. Again, pulls it way foul. Pop up. Ozawa there makes the easy play for the third out. And Meg is just zipping along here. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Swarthmore leading 2-0. Costa has been very efficient as well. Costa has thrown 67 pitches. And remember, she pitched the final 2 innings in game 1, where actually she took the loss, and that put her record at 5-3. So Swarthmore looking to extend the lead. It'll be Olivia McClammy, Kate Hart, and Sam Hastings here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Garnet. The Garnet with a 5-game winning streak. And they've won 6 straight Centennial Conference games. There was a 4-3 loss to Eastern in that span as well. McClammy is 1 for 1, singled her last time up. Has also walked. There's a strike, 1-1. Line to left field. That's going to be for extra bases as Tyler couldn't cut it off. And McClammy is in second with a stand-up double. That is the 6th double of the season for McClammy. Looks like we're going to get a runner for her, too. Yep, Flannery McFadden coming in, one of the fastest runners on the team. McFadden did not bat, but played left field in the first game. She's a sophomore from Denver, North Carolina. And she's on second base. Hart hits it to Rager. McFadden will tag up. Wow, what a throw by Rager. That looked like it had no chance of being close, and Rager showed a gun out there in right field. McFadden going to third. Brooke Canini will be pinch hitting for Sam Hastings. Sam had been 0 for 2. Canini batting .275. 4 doubles. 7 RBI. Grounder to short. Calamita over the first, and scoring the 3rd run is McFadden on the RBI ground out by Brooke Canini. So 8th RBI on Canini. As Melissa Finley has been making several moves that have really paid off today for the Garnet. And that was another one, as it's now 3-0. So with 2 outs and nobody on, Grace Taylor at the plate. And Taylor goes the other way to right field. And she gets her second hit of the day. How about Grace Taylor? She came into the day, 2 hits and 12 at-bats on the season. She's doubled her hit total. She's now 2 for 3. The bottom of this order has really come through for Swarthmore, and now Cassidy Chung. Taylor, the runner at first, has not attempted a steal this year. Snap throw that time from Hosey. Taylor back in time. So 1 run in here in the 6th inning. Swarthmore increases lead to 3-0. Pop up. Hosey chasing it, but it's out of play. You know, lost in all this because Ozawa has been so dominant. Hannah Costa has pitched quite a game here for McDaniel. Great block by Hosey that time. Two and two the count, 2 outs. Runner at first is Taylor. Just missed. Hosey did a good job on that play. If you notice, she tried to frame that pitch and sell that strike, and she almost did it. Foul? Well, if anyone wants to know what the Centennial League playoffs are going to be like, I think this afternoon is a good example of 2 teams that are very much in that playoff hunt. With really good pitching on both sides. Pop up, out of play again. Cassidy is 1 for 2 with a single. She's now hitting .250, and she strikes out there for the 3rd out. But 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left on base. To the 7th. It's 3-0 Swarthmore over McDaniel. Meg Ozawa, 6 innings, 2 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts, obviously no runs, and 63 pitches. You know, a lot of times Meg and any other pitcher will get their pitch count up because they're striking out a lot of people. With the 3 strikeouts she hasn't thrown as many pitches, but she's gotten a lot of pop-ups.
Bat for McDaniel. Michaela Calamita.
So it's Mikhail Calamita here leading things off. It's Calamita, Costa, and Hazelton here in the 7th as McDaniel looks to come back. Again, nice job by the McDaniel bench. They are up. They're cheering or exhorting their teammates on. Swings through that one. I'll tell you, Ozawa has not lost any velocity as we're here in the 7th inning. As that last pitch was a great example. Granted, look at Hawaii. Oh, what a backhand play. Laura Harai on senior day has had a series of web gems. You won't see a better play than that. That was really hit hard by Calamita. And now that brings up Hannah Costa. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. That's a ball. You don't need to get a lot of strikeouts when your defense is playing like that. That high fastball, that is very tough to make contact with. 1-1. Out of play. How about Taylor? Taylor never gives up on those foul balls. He's really done a great job. Not a whole lot of room between the first base bag and the fence there. That's low. 2-2. And she gets her for strike 3. Fourth strikeout for Meg. And now Hazelton trying to keep things alive for McDaniel. Hazelton 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts and swings through that one. And the Swarthmore crowd, sensing potential victory, is really getting excited with each pitch, and there's strike 2. And she gets her for strike 3. And the Garnets sweep the doubleheader.
The final score is Swarthmore 3, McDaniel 0.
As they win 3-0 over a McDaniel team. Now let's be honest. I'm not sure people are going to want to face McDaniel in the playoffs either. This is a very good team, and gave Swarthmore all it could handle. So Swarthmore improves to 22-4, and more importantly, 11-1 in the Centennial Conference. Sixth straight win for the Garnet. McDaniel falls to 14-19, 7-5. The winning pitcher, Megazawa, is now 13-1. Hannah Costa, the hard luck losing pitcher, she pitched a very good game. She's now 5-4. 0-2-0 for McDaniel. 3-9-1 for the winning Garnet on a successful senior day where Laura Harai played two great games. The two seniors, Harai and Gwen Glatz. Glatz wins the first game on the mound, gets her 100th hit, and ties the score with an RBI single in that game. And then had a fine game at third base in game number 2. So that'll wrap it up on a very impressive doubleheader showing for Swarthmore as the Garnet beat McDaniel 3-0. Mark Narducci saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time as Swarthmore continues its run toward a playoff berth.